Welcome back. This time we are back in Northern California and we are going to change a water heater. This is a water heater at a good friend of mine's house, and he lets me stay here when I'm visiting, so I figured I could repay him by replacing his water heater. How do you know when you need a new water heater? It's a very good question. Does the floor under your water heater look like this, all wet? That's a good indication that it's time for a new one. So he lets me stay here when I come visit, and I figured that the best way I could repay him is to replace this, save him some money. All of this, I don't even know what this is all called, but this is gonna be taken out, not used anymore. It's for a solar heating system that hasn't been used in years, and so we're gonna get rid of all of this copper, and we can probably leave it on the street and it'll be gone in about 14 minutes. But yeah, it should be pretty simple getting rid of all of this stuff. Just an electric water heater, and pull this one out, cut all this crap out, and put the new one in. Should be easy. Should be easy. Well, let's see how it goes. I'll check back in with you and show you the progress. There it is. About 40 minutes later, we have a clean cavity. Have to run and pick up a couple parts now to finish the job. Here's a little tip from Uncle Chris. When you're soldering something, make sure you get solder all the way around it. Luckily, this was the overflow pressure relief valve, so not super imperative, but if this thing had ever released, it probably would have squirted water all over inside the closet as well as outside of the house, like it's supposed to. And another thing, I don't ever recommend using any of these corrugated lines, whether it's on your toilet or your sinks inside or anything. Every time I've ever seen a flooded house, it's because one of this style of lines burst, or a frozen pipe. The frozen pipe, you have no way to prepare for that, but these can be replaced, especially on your sinks inside the house. Those things don't last forever, and eventually they let go because they're weak and cheap. So do with that what you will, but I never use corrugated lines for a water supply. So, all right, that's my tip for the day. I don't know, there might be another one later, but who knows. All this crap came out of the tank, so it was pretty rusty inside. But that's why I'm here. Solve this problem. There you have it. New water heater. This time I put a pan underneath it. I'm gonna run a pipe outside, so if it ever does leak, it will fill the pan up and then flow out of the pipe and outside like it's supposed to. And apparently I was wrong. When I went to pick up my materials, I ran into a plumber at the plumbing supply. He recommended these corrugated stainless hoses. He said they're better than the braided ones. That's what he uses all the time. So I'm no plumber, so I believe him. These are Brass Craft is the brand. He said that's the only one he'll use because the other corrugated ones are crap. So these are the braided ones I've used in the past. And he said that the stainless ones are even better than these. So that's what I'm going to start using from now on, is the stainless. I reused a couple of pieces of the copper from before, no big deal. That's just the pressure relief line hopefully that never ever gets used, so I'm not worried about it. Replaced some of the drywall back there, as you can see. So I did the moisture resistant drywall, so nice and pretty. Oh, and then up here I capped off these old lines that went to the solar, and I'm not sure where those two little ones went. Maybe to a recirculating line in a past life. I'm not sure, but there it is. Took about $120 in parts and pieces and hoses and all that, and there's what I brought out. All right, next morning, bright and early, just came down to check and see if it's leaking or anything, and I don't have any leaks there, and nothing there, so that's great. I am not a plumber. I rarely get them to work right the first time. Power light is on. Now what I didn't show yesterday is that I got this drain pan hooked up, and it's gonna drain out the front, which is great. This little piece here is just here to keep this from flipping up. So that does nothing but just put pressure on that. And that's where it will come out. We stuffed some steel wool in there to keep mice out. Got a little bit of paint touch up, and then this thing is done. So it's a good feeling.